What's up, everybody? Welcome back. CG has given us the calendar events for April, and one interesting thing to note is that the login character for April is going to be the B2 Super Battle Droid. Now, this seems interesting because we already had the General Grievous rework. We got him a little bit earlier this year, and we got a rework for the B2. We got new characters in B1 and Droidica, and we also got a rework in the Magna Guard, so we got a pretty good Separatist droid rework there. So the question then becomes, why is B2 the login character for April? I mean, obviously he can't be getting another rework already, that would just be absurd. So there's gotta be something interesting going on there, and you know, this is just my speculation, and I think that we are going to see some kind of return of Clone Wars content. I mean, it has to be something Clone Wars, that much is obvious, but the big question is going to be, what exactly could we be seeing? And that is the interesting thing here, because we have seen some of this stuff in the recent history for Galaxy of Heroes. If you guys may remember, back in November, our login character was General Kenobi. And this fueled a lot of speculation that maybe we'd be seeing a Zeta rework on General Kenobi, maybe we'd see some update to his kit, maybe some new Galactic Republic stuff, some Separatist stuff, maybe a new territory battle for Separatists and Galactic Republic. That never really happened. We had Anakin Starfighter, which brought back the Mace meta for at least a couple months in Fleet Arena, until we then got Han's Millennium Falcon, and then it's just been Rebels ever since. The clones did get their helmets, and then we got some Territory War bonuses for certain characters in Territory Wars. Mace Windu, General Grievous, Count Dooku, and Coruscant Underworld Police all had different buffs to them that made them really powerful characters. And you know, it was a really fun way to change things up, because they usually were not characters that you really focused on. So General Grievous, this was before his rework, General Grievous was a monster. Mace Windu, you would throw him under a Jedi Revan squad. And then, you know, Coruscant Underworld Police, you'd use him against bounty hunters. And then Count Dooku, you'd pair him up with Palpatine or the characters who could put out shock, and you know, they had really good use for Territory Wars. But that was really all we got to celebrate the Clone Wars anniversary. It was for the 10-year anniversary, and overall it really felt lacking. There wasn't a lot there that really made us say, oh wow, this is awesome. And I think part of that was going to be the General Grievous rework. If you guys may remember, there was that big 3-month leak that said General Grievous was supposed to be coming out, and that rework got pushed back to January if the leak is correct. And I think that we were going to get the rework then for General Grievous to help really round out the Clone Wars stuff. So we're in this kind of limbo where we're not really sure what's going on with Clone Wars stuff. We do know that the TV show is supposed to come back sometime this year, and I think that we are starting to see a gradual lean back towards the Clone Wars stuff and Episode 9. We've got Episode 9 coming in the winter. So there is a lot of stuff there, and I think that this is going to be another step into what we're going to get with the Clone Wars, and maybe some more stuff. We've had General Grievous and his rework for the droids. I think now we're going to get a focus on the other side of characters here. And with that, I think that we're going to get a new deadly trio of characters who are not new, but they're more reworked characters. And of course, I'm talking about the trio of Jedi Knight Anakin, General Kenobi with his bonuses to Jedi and clones, and then Ahsoka Tano. I think we're going to get a trio of them that can do really good stuff together, and we've seen this with a lot of trios recently in the game. We've also had Traya, Nihilus, and Scion. We've also had Bastila, Jedi Revan, and Jolee. You know, the trio of Traya, the Sith Triumvirate, that was a really strong one. There was a lot of direct synergy, and I think that was a little too strong, and that really helped hamper things. And then they tuned it back a little bit with Revan, Bastila, and Jolee. That wasn't as strong. There was some abilities there and some Old Republic synergies with the leadership of Revan. And now we've got a new trio with Darth Revan, Fallen Bastila, and HK-47. And you know, that's kind of a balance between what we have, the Sith Triumvirate and Jedi Knight Revan. So we are starting to see this real focus on trios and these characters that you want to throw them together as a three-person team and really make them do something. And you know, maybe that's because of Grand Arena with trios, but having the ability to have Kenobi, Anakin, and Ahsoka as this trio could be really interesting. And also, there's plenty of room for Zetas on them. General Kenobi is one I've been waiting for quite a while. His leadership does have room for a Zeta, as well as his unique Ceresu, so he can get 2 Zetas there. Jedi Knight Anakin still does not have a Zeta on Righteous Fury, and that was even with his rework that came along. And then Ahsoka Tano, She is a bit of an interesting one. Her leadership, when I was talking about, really surprising teams for Grand Arena, someone had brought up Ahsoka with the Night Sisters because she gives them bonus evasion and they get bonus turn meter. It's like an old Ben leadership for Night Sisters and Jedi, and they said this one actually worked pretty well for them. So we'll probably see her Night Sister synergy get taken away, but she also does have room for a Zeta on her unique Daring Padawan. She already has great synergy there with Jedi Knight Anakin. She gains the crit immunity, and she also has the ability to constantly regain it when she uses a special with Anakin present. So we'll probably see some kind of increase in their synergy, not to the level of Traya and the Sith Triumvirate, but I think something sort of like Darth Revan and his trio, that I think would be something reasonable here. But there's so much more to talk about here, and I think that it goes beyond that. B2, I think, has to be a big clue of what's going on here, and I've said it before, and I'll probably stand on this hill until I die. I would love for some kind of new territory battle, whether it's Geonosis or something, because territory battles right now, they're getting stagnant, and we know that Darth Malak is coming. We still don't know where he's going to be coming, and some people have been asking me if I think it's going to be the guild event tokens like you get from territory battles. That would be a cool idea because it'd help reinvigorate the interest in territory battles. But I think that if we could get a new one with Geonosis or something with the Clone Wars to help celebrate the show returning, that would also be pretty cool. And of course, maybe get some new characters there. And the big one that I think that people have been asking for a while is Padme. Padme is of course the wife of Anakin, the mother of Luke and Leia. She has been one that people have been wanting for quite a while. I believe there's been multiple videos where people have been asking for her as characters to be coming out in the game. So I think Padme coming as a character here for the Clone Wars, give her some synergy with Anakin, who has obviously, that would be pretty cool. And, that'd be I'd actually be pretty excited for that. Because, Padme, she does a lot of diplomacy stuff, but she can be a fighter when called to action, and she can do some pretty good stuff there. So I think that her with Anakin, General Kenobi, and Ahsoka could be a good start for a 4-man team. Throw in R2-D2. R2-D2 already has some really great Galactic Republic synergy, but his number crunch Zeta, he gets 10% max bonus offense for each Galactic Republic ally, and then you can stack up that offense, and then you can put him in that team and have your Galactic Republic team do crazy amounts of damage. That was something way back when with like a Qui-Gon Jinn Zeta led team Jedis. You could just wipe out teams in Arena. That was way back when. You're talking a year and a half ago, I think, is when I put out that video of Qui-Gon and R2-D2. That team was pretty strong for Arena at the time, so we could see something there with Galactic Republic. And I mean, you go back and look at it, you go and look at the Galactic Republic faction, look at all these characters we have in the Galactic Republic faction. I mean, there's so many of them there. And it's not even that. You can also go look at Separatists. We're still waiting on something with Separatists. I mean, you could argue we got something with General Grievous and the droids, but there's still a lot of characters here. Your Geonosians, Newt Gunray, Count Dooku. There's still a lot of Separatists there who haven't really gotten a boost. So there is a lot that we could see over the next couple of months. And yes, you guys are probably wondering, what about clone troopers? I'm kind of purposely just not talking about them right now, because that is part of a campaign I have upcoming here very soon, where I'm going to be campaigning for a rework of clone troopers. I'm doing collaborations with another YouTube channel that also wants clone trooper reworks. I'm also planning on doing a charity live stream event for the clone troopers to help get awareness and make some donations to a good cause. So there is going to be a very hard campaign from myself for clone troopers here in the future. So I don't want to take away from that too much. So I'm not really going to talk about them right now. I'm just focusing on Galactic Republic, the Jedi Trio that we could see get Zetas here. Padme could be coming, and we could even see a new territory battle. There's so much untapped potential with the Clone Wars that we still haven't seen in this game, and we could spend a year or two like we have with KOTOR, and we could probably get caught up on everything with Clone Wars, and maybe someday down the road we could see that. But for now, we have speculation that B2 is going to be the log. So we do know that B2 is going to be the login character. We don't know much beyond that, but it is pretty reasonable to assume it's going to be something Clone Wars related. So let me know down in the comments, What do you guys think is coming? Do you guys think it's something Clone Wars? What do you guys want to see from Clone Wars? Let me know all that stuff down below. As always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys later.